Hello, so today we are going to learn about SketchUp Pro 2018 and our tutorial will cover on the V-Ray. Fortunately, if you just bought the SketchUp Pro 2018, the module does not come together with SketchUp Pro. So what you need to do, you have to install or buy or purchase it from the website, from V-Ray website. And the latest in 2018 that we have is V-Ray 3.6. For 3.6, to switch it on, you have to go to um, oh, it's already switched on, so let me just switch this off in case if you don't find it. Just go back to view and pick the toolbar and you go down there and you're gonna find a V-Ray for SketchUp and V-Ray for lights and V-Ray for objects. Okay, and this is the first toolbar that's gonna be using very much, and a lot of it is this V-Ray for SketchUp. Now, the first toolbar that we're going to explore is the asset editor. Now, let me just switch it on. And at the moment, if you can see in the material list, is the list of Stacy's material. So you're going to see Stacy's hair, pants, shirt, shoe, and the other things which is related to Stacy. So you have another object. For example, let me just draw an object there. You will see that. Oh, okay, hold on. So you'll see that it's loading. You see that you're gonna add a new object here, okay? And then you're gonna have a skin. So let me say we put a color, and you're gonna see there's another additional to the list of material. Okay. So the first point that we see is the material list. Okay. The second part here is the lights, and this is geometry. This is a setting. So we're going to go into details afterwards, and this is when you want to render the view. Okay, so let's go back. Now, where is the toolbar? Okay, here's the toolbar. So this icon here is where you see a teapot icon. A lot of it is for rendering. And this part here is when you click and you're going to render the scene. Okay, that's very fast because you don't have a lot of things. The other one, beside this teapot, you're going to see another hand. This is interactive render. So when you switch it on, you're going to have this window floating around. So if you move the view, you're going to see that it automatically changes the view. Okay, so it renders interactively. This is good if you want to see different views, and it renders very fast, but this is only works if you have a faster computer. So the next icon that we're going to see is the viewport render. So the viewport render is useful to show what you can see after it renders. So you want to see this. So we're gonna switch off the render interactive. So just put in the viewport render. So if you change the view, you're gonna see the view automatically renders and it updates the render. Do not use this if you have a slower computer because it's gonna cause your computer to crash. The next one is a viewport render region. This only available if you have a render switch on and you have this button there. So let's say if you want to render certain part, you just select it and then you push render. Okay, where's the render? There. So if you change anything, it only renders that part. Okay, see? I change the view, so it only render this within this region. So this is useful if you can see, or if you want to see what happens if you change the color of certain objects within this region and you don't want to render the outside of this region, which is going to consume time and also your resources. All right, now the next one is the batch render. Oh, sorry, this one is viewport render. This is a frame buffer. Okay, frame buffer is useful if you want to. Okay, we just switch this one off. Okay, stop and then render again. Okay, now this is useful because it renders pretty fast. It saves information from the previous render, so it makes the future render to become very faster. Okay, close that. Now this is batch render. So batch render is used to render different scenes. So if you have, let's say, if I put in some scene and then I add another scene, okay, and make it uh, closer. Okay, add another scene, right? And now we have three scenes. So when you click on the first scene, it's going to go to the first part or the first view that you already saved. Now if you put in click on the second scene, you're going to change the scene. So if this is updated, you have this different scene, you're going to see the button is already active. So you can just to specify the path, right? Let me just put in a scene test 1. Okay, save. Okay, now the computer will render each of the scenes. So this is very useful. It's good for you if you want to leave the computer, go to for have lunch, or go to eat, or go for praying, and then when you come back, it's already completed. So automatically, you're gonna have three scenes being rendered. So you don't have to wait in front of the PC unless you know the PC comes with a problem. And the last one is lock camera orientation. We'll go into detail afterwards.